Hello everyone, this is Problem Solving and Programming Techniques class, CTEC 102, and my name is Vlad. Full name Vladimir Chainikov, and just call me Vlad, and my office is G123. I have a phone number, usually I'm there during the day, particularly during the office hours, and there are, however, I think, better ways to contact me. One of the better ways is to use the email. Even better still is use the inbox in the Canvas. And via Canvas, you can also set up a Teams meeting. This is my office hours. That is the time where when I should be in my office and when I expect you to ask me questions and talk to me, let me know what's going on. And if you like to set up a Teams meeting, you can do so at one of those times or separately. Like probably I will offer you some other times if there is a need to that. Now, there are some important links that we will look over quickly: syllabus, modules, videos, and in-class programs. There are also some important calendar days, deadlines to drop without the grade W, deadline to drop with grade W, and finals from May 3 to May 9. Now, there are some holidays, and this is the days where I will not be on campus, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's go back to the syllabus. By the way, you should be able to see some of the assignments over here. This is generally not a great way to keep up with the class. Just wait for something to come to you and then try to do it in the remaining few hours before the deadline. But nevertheless, there is multiple ways how you can access assignments or see what assignments you have. This is one of them. Now let's go to the syllabus first. Now there is a master syllabus, but the main syllabus will be here. This is my course syllabus. It will be separate for every section. But looking to your right, you can see in the online section, the discussion will be 5% of the grade, and that will be attendance. And the rest of the breakdown of your assignments is the same for online and in-person classes. Programming assignments will be 35%, quizzes will be 15%, and I cannot emphasize this enough. There is unlimited amount of attempts for quizzes. So quizzes is a way for you to see the concepts and see some code. Then you can go back to our book or to the lectures and figure out some answers, try some things, then come back and try the quiz again. Course project, that is end of the semester course project, final project, the main assignment that you will have. Midterms and finals. Midterm will, for the in-person class, midterm will be in person. And there is a new type of an assignment which is rather important, even though it's 5% of the grade, that is preparing you for the course project. So pay attention to those as well. So course summary here, it's automatically generated. Again, the same first assignments are due. You can see the due dates, and the rest of them are not due yet. Don't worry about those. We can look at the master course syllabus, but actually you can read it on your own time. The only important thing, there is a required textbook, Tony Gaddis, starting out with Python, 4th edition. Used and electronic versions are okay. We don't need person access code. So why do I think that the book is necessary at the time when all questions can be answered by Googling and reading whatever? First of all, Python, like any other language, is very large. Imagine you were learning Spanish or French or any other language. And what is considered basic may differ from one source to the other source. The book is very user-friendly, very introductory, and of course it covers the same material, a little bit more material than I will actually cover in this class. I will follow the book rather closely, not in terms of examples, but in terms of the ideas and programming tools that I will be using. As if you compare it to Googling and finding answers that way, you can do that. In general, if you look at online sources, more often than not, they will require some prior experience with code and some knowledge of verbiage and concepts. And some of the names that we are going to use actually have multiple meanings. For example, the notion of counter. If you just Google something like counter Python, you will come up with an object from collections. Much more likely that you will see the basic idea of a counter variable that I'm going to talk about in this class. So I do recommend getting this book in one way or the other. All right. And finally, here are the modules starting from general BIPSY-wide information, something about the instructor, and a thing for class questions, and our week 1 where the actual material will begin. You can scroll down here and look at week 1 lecture. There isn't much there yet, but there will be by the time you will be able to see it. There is a PDF of this particular lecture that I'm going to do, and you can look at the PDF as well. There are some videos by Pearson that are accessible to you, reading input from keyword, introduction to Turtle, and the sales prediction that is a solution to a certain problem. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Turtle. Feel free to learn about it and watch one of the videos or just try it, read about it in the end of the chapter 2. There will be something about Turtle in the end of chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want to say maybe not 4. But in any case, Turtle is fun. Play with it, spend time with it, and I might show you Turtle examples when we will be in chapter 5 and we will know a little bit more about code, so that examples are more interesting. Okay. Now, going back to what the class is about. The class is not about Python. Python is a language, it's just a way to code. The class is about solving problems with code. The kind of skills that we consider most valuable and the kind of skills that the programming assignments will be about, excluding probably the very, very first one, is taken in a text problem that is a description, vague description of what needs to be done and what needs to happen in your code, like the story that you'd like to solve, or the little video, the little game that you want to make, or a little helper program that you need to create, and actually producing the code. And the resulting code is usually rather short, it's just a few lines of code. However, you can expect yourself to spend some time on it. And even more importantly, you need to spend time before attempting this project. You need to know your tools. It's kind of useless to try to solve a problem when you are not very familiar with the tools that you have. And Once you start reading the story problem, most of them will be formulated as story problems, you will need to, first of all, read a story problem multiple times, internalize what is it about, and hopefully remember the details and the hints that will help you solve it. Then you choose your algorithm, you choose your the specific way you're going to approach it, and only then you can start coding. In any case, know that the actual process of typing up code may take a few minutes, but everything else takes a lot longer than that. So planning, creating a flowchart, if that's what you're doing, deciding on what you are going to do, choosing the right commands or functions is taking some time and taking some experience, and you don't have to get it right the first time. And after you wrote your code, you need to debug it. You need to see, first of all, that it works, and second, that it does what you were setting out to do, or what the problem asked you to do. And I guess don't forget to check out the videos about idle. You will need to install Python or idle, and also there are some alternative setups how you can start working with the code. Don't forget to check out those videos, and I'll see you in the lecture week 1, chapter 2.